Greetings, YouTubers. This is Hellshade2, and this video is called Hadron Collider. I don't know how many people have known about this. I bet a lot of people out there probably have heard about it. I only heard about it recently, and because they're firing this thing up today. But over in Switzerland, they've made probably one of the largest particle accelerators ever created in an attempt to recreate the Big Bang, from what I understand. And there seems to have been a lot of controversy over this. I'm going to post a couple of links on the in the information area on the video here for everybody, just to get a look at this, you know. But there seems to be some issues that could be disastrous for the planet. Okay, depends who you're talking to. Okay, because in the articles, one of the articles I have here, it talks about the possibility that this collider could create black holes, okay, or other unusual conditions. A couple of things they talk about in the article, okay, is something called a strangelet, okay, that could somehow change, if something like this is created, could somehow change normal matter into something else. As far as I can see what they're talking about here. You know, it's pretty wild stuff. You know, when you think about it. I'm looking at the article right now. That's why I'm not, you know, keeping focused on the camera here. But it's one of the other things they were talking about is something called the sitter space, or the cider space. I'm not sure how the pronunciation is. And I don't know, it's really a mathematical construct as far as I know, but it has something to do with different universes, I believe. I'm not really sure, so don't quote me on this. I read something about it years back. And something about the sitter space is supposed to be able to contain infinite mass and infinite energy, or something along these lines. And they're saying that this collider could possibly cause some type of reach into this space. Now, I don't know how true all this is. I would think if all this was like really seriously possible, they wouldn't have allowed them to make this collider, because they've been taking years to do it, obviously, and it's like 17 miles wide in like a big circle through Switzerland and part of France, from what I understand. You know, but I'm going to post the links up. You know, people can take a look at the articles for themselves, and you know, go from there, do a little Google for yourself, and see what you come up with. I mean, I'm just thinking it was interesting, you know, because, you know, I like scientific things, you know, that's all I can say. And the funny thing is, though, I once read a book years back. I believe it was called Thrice Upon a Time by an author called Paul Hogan, where, again, in Europe, they were making they built up this huge fusion reactor that used some type of atomic pellet that would use a laser to implode the pellet and create a burst energy that they would use to, you know, power everything, you know, some type of nuclear reactor. And because of some type of mathematic screw up, they had the power to these lasers too high, and instead of just creating the energy, they actually created black holes that were literally going to eat up the Earth. Now, the author had a fail-safe with this, because the whole thing was about it. The whole story itself was about a Scottish professor that created a time machine, basically. Not that would physically allow people to move through time, but to be able to send messages back through time. And that's how they were able to avert the disaster. So it's just an interesting parallel. I thought I'd bring it up. You know, but anybody's interested in that book, I'm sure they can find that somewhere. I forget who the publisher was now. If I can find the book later on, I'll post it. But with that, gentlemen and ladies and all you other YouTubers out there, that's pretty much all I got to say on this subject right now. But like I say, it's interesting stuff, so go take a look at it, see what you can do, see what you want to see about it, and have a great day.